The views and opinions expressed by the host do not state or reflect those of the student council and the school. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host and/or guests do not reflect those of the podcast, the production team, and the school.
Natakot ako sa kakayanin. Sana makaya ko din yung jumbo hotdog na yan, no?
Gusto namin may paikot, may palinya, may pa-letter B. I think it's a really good memory just to look back on and mag-asaran.
Nakabongga pa rin nung performance and nakakatuwa yun.
Sinasagot ko yung mga sinasabi ng lyrics.
Maniniwala ka sa mga sinasabi niya kahit minsan inuuto ka na lang din niya, di ba?
Magandang araw mga Palminians. I am your small but terrible host coming from grade 10, Jerry May. Oh yeah, rar!
O di ba lahat tayo napasabay sa rar ni Jerry May? Hello beautiful people, this is your ama kabugerang teacher na punong-puno ng positivity in life at never in-entertain ang mga basher. This is Teacher JS at your service na laging naniniwala sa kasabihang hindi lahat ng masarap pwede mong kainin. In short, wag ako, iba na lang. And we welcome you all to PSM Archives 8 Podcast. Hello Jerry May, how are you feeling for today? Who would have thought 5th episode na? Kamusta Jerry May?
Okay lang naman, sir, di ba? Napakabilis talaga ng oras. Tignan mo, kailan lang nung nag-start tayo ng first episode natin. Ngayon, nasa 5th episode na tayo. And guess what? Di ba, sir?
5th episode, that's correct. And you know what? Nakikita ko yung progress. Dumadami yung mga viewers and ang daming nako-curious. Ano ba talaga yung mukha ni Teacher JS? At gandang-ganda sila. Nakikita ko sa comment section, right? And also, Jeremy, talagang inaabangan ng netizens mo yung parar mo. Pwede bang paisa ulit? Parar ka ulit dyan?
Right! Yan, sir. Anyways, sir, kamusta ka din naman?
Well, you know what, Jeremy? I'm doing fantastic. Everything is so good. I'm blessed. And I'm still kicking and alive, di ba? And I thought every one of you are happy to see me, di ba?
Sobrang happy namin, teacher. Pero teacher, nag-curious lang ako na how does it feel to start anew? Anong feeling na nag-start ka ng bago dito sa Palm Springs?
Ang bigat naman agad ng question mo. Bago talaga, di ba? You know what, Jeremy? To be honest, I am virgin. Virgin in the academe, di ba? Kasi the mere fact that I am a graduate of not an education course, I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science and Business Administration major in Marketing Management in Pan Pacific University. And at some point of my life when I was an employee in Southern and Global Services Incorporated in Tarlac City, sabi ko, parang may kulang. Parang hindi ito yung pinlano ko sa life ko. I want to touch other people's life. And how am I going to do it? Sabi ko, gusto kong maging teacher. And that's the moment I decided to, to take a step. Sabi ko, kailangan kong mag-risk. Sabi ko, kailangan kong mag-master's degree. And now I'm taking my master's degree in Business Administration in Urdaneta City University. And in terms of my experience in the prestigious school of PSM, you know what? The moment na nag-step ako doon sa school natin, talagang there's a lot of pressure. But I have to say that it's a good pressure. Napapaligiran ka ng mga magagaling na teachers. And believe me when I say na magagaling ang teachers sa Palm Springs. And you know me, sabi ko nga, I am ama kabugerang teacher JS. And I have to put my 101% best at my craft.
Yan, grabe nga talaga ang mga experience mo, teacher. And did you know, teacher, na yung experience mo is super related sa ating topic today, which is a sneak peek on Transferee's PSMISI experience.
Ay, bongga. You know what? Ang daming mga viewers na gusto sanang matutunan ano ba yung mga pwedeng tips sa mga magta-transfer. And also, hindi lang to sa mga students, Jeremy. Pwede din to sa mga dating empleyado ng ibang kumpanya. Paano sila mag-cope up with a different environment, in a different company, wherein makakaharap sila ng mga bagong tao, bagong circle of friends. So, this content is for you guys. Dahil nakikinig ang production team namin. Right, Jeremy?
Tama ka dyan, teacher, pero syempre hindi makokompleto ang ating episode today if wala tayong mga special guests. Diba?
Oh, Jeremy, totoo bang special yun? Dapat mas special pa yan sa puto bumbong o kaya special pa sa special bibingka, ha?
Oo, sure, make sure ng ating production team na talagang special ang ating mga guests. So, unahin na natin ang napakamabait nating teacher, si Teacher Janice. Meron tayong dyan.
O ayan, pag sinabing mabait, parang, Teacher Janice, parang gusto mo atang bigyan ng 10 points to si Jeremy.
Ayan.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Jeremy, for the introduction.
Kumusta, Teacher Janice? How are you feeling? Dati nanonood ka lang, sabi mo gusto kong mag-guest dito sa podcast na to, and now you're here.
It's indeed a great privilege, Teacher Johnson. Nakakatuwa kasi dati nga pinapanood ko lang, but now I am already a part of the podcast. And I am so grateful for the production team.
Yeah. You know what, Jeremy? Sobrang pinakiusapan pa natin to si Teacher Janice kasi for those who don't know, talagang camera shy talaga to si Teacher Janice. Mapapaharap mo lang siya pag nagpi-preaching because for those who don't know, again, she's a pastor, di ba? And also, a full-time teacher. And once again, Teacher Janice.
Ayan, syempre, may isa pa tayong special na teacher. Grabe. Let us all welcome Teacher Nap.
Hi! Ayan, so I'm Teacher Nap. Full name is Napoleon B. Cruz, and I am a new teacher also here sa PSM. So hi, Jeremy and Teacher Johnson. Thank you for having me today in your, I think, episode 5?
Yes, this is already episode 5. I remember din, ito, mahilig manood din to ng podcast. You're a fan of a podcast in Spotify. So, ano kaya sa tingin mo, yung mga magaganap mo yan, Teacher?
I think magkakabardagulan tayo ngayon.
Yes, bardagulan is the real word.
And I'm so excited to answer all of your questions about being new in the specific settings na meron tayo.
Ayan. So, Jeremy, not just our teacher, di lang po yan ang guest natin. Dahil bongga nga, pinabongga pa lalo ng production, nag-invite din tayo ng isang estudyante. And I'm very lucky and honored to present to you guys one of the best students in the AVM strand and the PTS. Diba? Pag sinabing PTS, ay kay Teacher JS galing yan. None other than Althea Raboy in the house!
Hello po, grabe naman yung introduction, Sir JS. Hello po, my name is Althea Raboy and I am an ABM grade 12 student at Palm Springs, Montessori, and it's a pleasure to be chosen as a guest for today's episode. Ooh!
Napakaganda nga talaga ni Ate Althea. Pa-drop naman ng skincare dyan.
Jeremy naman, parang nung sinabi mo naman na skincare, parang nakatingin ka sa akin, parang gusto mong baguhin ko na yung skincare ko. But anyway, for those who don't know, talagang napakakinis na Althea. Ano daw, skincare drop daw. Althea, what's your skincare?
Sure, maghilod lang tsaka maligo araw-araw. Yan lang po.
Teacher Johnson, maligo araw-araw.
Eh, yun na nga ang problema kasi hindi araw-araw naliligo. Pero anyway, thank you so much for that tip. For sure, madaming netizen natin ang marami ng maghihilot at saka maliligo na din araw-araw, Jeremy. So, Jeremy, para mas lalo pa natin makilala yung mga special guests natin kasi nga talagang feeling ko ang dami natin matututunan dito. So, we have prepared, guys, like a Q&A. Okay, so guests, Teacher Janice, Althea, Teacher Nap, you just have to answer this based on your experience without any filters. But of course, no explicit words, okay? So remember, maraming nanonood sa atin. So Jeremy, would you like to throw the first question to them?
Ayan, Teacher Janice, dahil ikaw ang napaka-fresh dito. Ayan, smile naman dyan, Teacher. How are you, Teacher?
I'm fine, anak. Sobrang fresh ba? Kasing fresh na ba ni Teacher Johnson?
Oo, Teacher. Parang wala nang makakaila talaga. At Rio na great.
Parang gusto niya talaga ma-exempt, di ba, Teacher Janice, sa padating yung PT, di ba?
Ayan, Teacher. Kidding aside, syempre may tanong ka. Unang tanong, sagot agad. Ayan, Teacher.
Nakakabahan na ako dyan, anak.
So your question is, how was your experience in PSMISI?
You know what, Jeremy? My experience is full of wows, full of pressures, and fulfilling. Wows kasi everything is new, everybody is new, pressure in the sense that minsan nawawalan tayo ng self-esteem, minsan napapagod, fulfilling kapag at the end of the day, you've done your part. And it's indeed a great experience bilang isang bagong teacher sa Palm Springs.
Yes, tama po teacher na always take the risk, always take the opportunity, di ba? Ayan.
That's correct. And I'm just curious, Jeremy, for this question kasi narinig na natin yung point of view ng isang teacher. So, Althea, ikaw, how was your experience in PSMISI?
Studying at PSM po is a profound experience kasi aside from meeting new people, I also learned a lot. And kahit online siya, they still manage to implement interactive activities and events to provide fun for the students amid the pandemic, which was actually a good one. So all in all po, they provided me with the best experience every student should have.
O Jeremy, narinig mo yun, best daw. So, pwede natin gawin yung hashtag na PSM lang sa kalam, right? So, the next question, teacher na. So, did the school meet your expectations, like failed or exceeded?
Ayan. So, thank you for that wonderful question. Charot lang, charot. Ayan, syempre na, kumbaga na-exceed ng PSM yung expectations nila. Since this is my first ever job since I'm a fresh graduate. Tapos bagong settings pa no yung napasukan ko. Away from my what we call safe place, kumbaga, dun sa aking pinanggalingan. This is a new setting for me. And expectation-wise, everyone is great. They're all welcoming. Everyone seems to be friendly. Siguro. we don't know pa, no? Since medyo matagal pa tayong mag-stay dito sa PS. Matagal pa tayong magsi-service or magle-land ng service natin for them. But let me go back doon sa expectation-wise. They really exceeded, no, yung mga pre-promise nila na expectations. Although some expectations is not on the same level as mine, of course, it's given, no? Na expected nga sabi nila. Pero, I think for me, they give me these expectations na you can do this with us, of course. Thank you very much for that question. I am a 25-year-old star. Charot na.
Sabi ko, Jeremy, parang pali ata itong napuntahan ni teacher na kasi pang Miss Universe na yung sagot
Universe na yung sagutan. Ayan.
Kaya nga, sure. Yan naman, mag-proceed naman tayo sa next question. Teacher Janice, again. Since bago ka lang din po dito sa Palm Springs, what did you feel during the first day of school po?
Sobrang kinakabahan. Sobrang kinakabahan na sobrang excited. Kasi I was advised before, ang sabi sa akin ng senior ko, because as Teacher Johnson introduced me a while ago that I am a pastor, ang sabi ng senior pastor ko before, once you entered a room or a classroom, kung ilan yung estudyante na naandun, that is also the number of the characters and attitudes that you will be dealing with. So parang kinakabahan in the sense na hindi ko pa kilala yung mga estudyante ko. Excited kasi may mga bagong bata, marami akong magiging bagong anak. And as I have said kanina, fulfilling kasi being a teacher is one among my greatest dreams. And it happened. And I am now a teacher. Thank you so much.
O diba? So from being a pastor, now, you're now a teacher. I'm just curious, Teacher Janice, like, kailan ka nag-graduate? Kasi it seems like you have already an experience being a pastor for a long period of time. And kailan ka graduate? Anong age?
I graduated my Bachelor of Theology 10 years ago, Teacher Johnson. 11 years ago. So I am already a decade in pastoring. And nag-graduate lang ako ng aking secular course noong 2020. Saktong pandemic, Teacher Johnson and Jeremy. And as a fresh graduate, tapos inabutan pa ng pandemic. So, sabi ko, kailangan ko maghanap ng trabaho. I have to provide something for myself. I have to look for something that I could gain or I can gain an income. And alam niyo nakakatuwa, God is good. Kasi Palm Springs is the very first school na pinag-applyan ko. And dinirect naman ako ni Lord with everything. And nakakatuwa lang kasi I was hired, though dalawa kasi kami ni Teacher Nap na para sa English. And kinakabahan ako noon kasi Teacher Nap is better than me. Okay? And sabi ko noon, if it is in the dear will, Lord, then I will be there. And it happened. God directs me in here, and I am here. I met you guys, and I am really happy to be at the PSM family.
Di ba? Napakaganda naman ang sinabi ni Teacher Janice. And follow up, last na. So for those watchers natin around the world, Teacher Janice, na feeling nila parang, teka, ang tanda-tanda ko na para kumuha pa ng second course and hindi na fulfilling yung ginagawa nila. Do you have any advice for those watchers? For sure, meron yan out there.
Every day is full of hope, teachers and anak. Every day is full of hope. So therefore, there's no way for us to give up on everything that we wanted to happen in our lives, especially kung hindi lang tayo ang magbe-benefits. Everybody around us, our loved ones. As I have said, it is my greatest dream to be a teacher. Elementary pa lang ako noon. And it so happened that my family is not that well capable pagdating sa finances. And so I reached this age bago po ako naging teacher. And I said that I shouldn't lose grip of that dream of mine. Kaya nung nagkaroon ng pagkakataon, when opportunity comes, talagang greenab ko yan. Kasi this is the advice that I wanted to tell you. Ang isang opportunity is parang yung ulo na ang head niya nasa harapan, and at the back is bald. That once opportunity faces you, you should grab it kasi may panghahawakan ka pa. Because once that it passes you, it's already bald. You don't have anything to grab. So, ganon. And age doesn't matter. Kasi ang success, ang victory, ang achievements, hindi naman yan nakukuha sa kung gaano ka kabata. Tama? It's how persevere, it's how patience, it's how eager you are to reach those goals that you have.
Amen. Grabe. Parang ang sarap makinig naman kay Teacher Janice pag nag-preach siya, di ba? It's very, natatouch niya talaga yung life mo, di ba? So, I'm just curious, if si teacher, as a teacher, kinakabahan sila sa first day of school, how about sa mga students, Alte?
For me po, I honestly feel a bit apathy because thinking na I would spend my senior high learning at home with gadgets as avenue for learning makes it exciting for me. Kasi seeing my new classmates, meeting new teachers at the screen for the first time made me think like it's going to be a monotonous experience. Like my mind says, what do you expect with online learning? It's gonna be boring. So the first day of school didn't give me a feel of excitement and nervousness, just like how most new students would feel when entering a new school.
Boom. And thank you. Diba, Jeremy? Ano masasabi mo dun sa monotonous, sa apathy? Sino teacher mo, Althea?
Sir Johnson.
Sir Johnson. Yes po. Plus kanya, charot.
Parang teacher din yata kami ni Althea.
Teacher din pala. Okay, ako, Jeremy, may next question ko, you'll just have to pick one word, okay? Without any follow-up. Kung ano yung naisip nyo, sabihin nyo. Okay? So, I want you to think of one word that best describes your first impression towards the school. Let's start with Teacher Nat. Go.
Colorful?
Colorful, Althea.
Eco-friendly.
Teacher Jack.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. O, wala pong follow-up. Okay lang po yun. Kung gusto nyo malaman yung reason, you can PM them directly po. Jeremy, next question.
Ayan, syempre one word po ulit to mga teachers and ate. So, one word, first impression towards the school po. Mauna po tayo kay Ate Althea.
Sa school po,
I mean, first impression towards the people po.
well-mannered.
Teacher Nap?
Light?
Teacher Janice?
New family.
Ayan, grabe nga talaga ang mga first impression nila.
Okay, Jeremy. So, doon sa impression nila, ang itatanong ko naman, if yung sinabi yung word na yon, like, tama ba yon, right or wrong? And kind of explain. Okay? So, like, let's say, for example, sa your teacher na you have mentioned like light. So, right ba yon or wrong?
Is the question for me?
Yes po. Yung
okay,
yung
okay.
impression na sinabi mo, tama ba yung naging impression mo na yun when you entered that school? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm right about those words I've given for the school and for the students. Let me go first sa colorful. Okay. Colorful in the sense of the teachers. We all know mostly of teachers here are part of LGBT community. And when we say LGBT community, you can clearly see the colors every time they speak, every time they try to explain something, every time they try to make you smile, colors or colorful. Now, let's go to the word light naman. Now, when I say the word light in terms of workplace, magaan yung trabaho, there's no pressure at all, everything is given to us correctly. We are being guided by our, of course, superior teachers who are tenured. Tama ba yung term ko? Tenured teachers? Ah, yes. Ayan. So, sa tingin ko yung dalawang word na sinabi ko is correct.
Okay, thank you so much. Ang galing naman pumaraan ng colorful. Nagustuhan ko yun kasi part din tayo ng LGBT. And when you say LGBT, they can really see the true colors inside and outside the school. So that's a good answer. How about you, Althea?
Nasabi ko pong eco-friendly school kasi I just think of it that way. Maybe because kasi full of green, away from crowded places. Pero I didn't have the chance to get inside the school yet, but I'm pretty sure that the school is eco-friendly. And as for well-mannered people naman po, yes, I can say that they are. Kasi the way the teacher lectures us on how to be a good role model to other students, especially kung paano dapat kami mag-behave online, na thinking of our actions carefully is a must kasi there's always consequences, either bad or good or maybe both. But above all, not to cause any harm to others and ourselves and to inspire others to do the same. So, alam ko po na yung mga bagay na yun ay naka-embodied na sa pagninyan. So, my first impression would be right.
Ayan, o tama daw yung impression. Parang feeling ko magaling talaga to si Althea makabasa no, ng mga tao and also ng isang institution. How about Teacher Janice?
Wow, kasi as I have said, bago di ba? So, wow, kasi sabi ko, this is it. Actually, let me just share to you. When I received an email or the email from PSM, sumigaw talaga ako noon. Kasi, yes! Sabi ko, I am already a teacher. So, napawaw talaga ako noon. And the new family kasi, na-extend na naman from the biological family to the church family and na-extend ulit sa school. So, napakarami ng comrades, napakaraming people to share with, ideas, thoughts, kahit na ba iyakan portion yan. And so happy to meet you guys, Teacher Johnson, Teacher Nap, and also the students. Kasi sabi ko nga noon, sabi nung isang friend ko before, pag PSM ka ate, the students are so intelligent. And it was proven naman, proven and tested naman. Minsan nga, sabi ko, I have to go, pupunta ako sa baul ko, teachers, kasi nawawalan na ako ng English minsan. So, new family, nakakatuwa lang kasi sobrang nai-extend pa yung mga family or yung mga tao sa buhay.
Ayun, ang happy-happy. Alam mo, Jeremy, while hearing the answer, talagang sabi ko, ay tama. Tama akong pinasukan na school. Nagagawa namin yung trabaho namin ng maayos. Seeing you guys how Althea answered the question and ikaw, Jeremy, di ba, based on your performance, sabi ko, tama. Tama talaga.
Yan, tama talaga, Chair, kasi syempre, we need to show ourselves, our real selves, di ba? Ganun. So, Ate Althea, next question for you. Ito, perfect na perfect para sa'yo to. Ito. So, yung question mo is, what urged you to transfer and study here in PSM?
It wasn't my decision kasi to transfer at PSM. At sa totoo lang, hindi siya included sa list ko on where I would go for senior high. Na-inform lang ako ng mother ko that I am already enrolled and gonna spend my senior high there. I'm in a I don't have a choice situation at that time. That is why I am here. But mother knows what's best, so yeah.
So with that, Althea, I'm just curious, do you have any regrets?
No po. I definitely don't have any regrets. Maybe sometimes when there are too many school errands that seems like it could be impossibly done within just a given time. But it's just a normal thing, right? When you don't like the situation you're in.
Sana all ng student, di ba? Ganyan yung mentality. I'm so happy to Althea. Grabe! Jeremy, what's our next question?
Teacher Nap, this question is for you po. Was there a culture shocking experience you've encountered?
Definitely, Miss Jeremy, no? Especially that most of my co-teachers and most of my students don't understand Pangasinan, which is my first dialect, no? I was in shock kasi minsan may mga term ako na hindi ko maitagalog, pero naipapangasinan ko yung term na yon, and I found it hard for me to really express what I need to express kasi although I am very well versed in Filipino, pero hindi natin pa rin matatanggal doon sa tao yung language na kinalakihan niya, kumbaga, no? And some terms are really hard for me to express kasi minsan pag nagpapangasinan ako, I tend to have this high voice kasi ganun yung mga Pangasinan, no? Kasi minsan dito ba, Ilocano, right? Mostly ang mga people dito, they speak Ilocano. Pero sa amin, if you are talking with a Pangasinan person or a Pangasinense person, they're like quarreling or arguing with each other kasi pasigaw kami magsalita when
Sobra. Oo. Kaya sabi ko, bakit parang nag-aaway sila? Yung pala, parang naglalambingan lang sila. And also, teacher na pa, I'm just curious, ano bang pinagkaiba-iba? Kasi, I grew up in Manila, diba? So, ano bang pinagkaiba-iba ng Pangasinense, Panggalatok, Pangasinan? Ano ba yun? Like, iiba ba yun? Iisa ba yun? Tama ba yung ginagamit naming term for that specific sentence?
Okay. Sige, so let me enlighten you, Teacher Jones. Ayan, so pag sinabi natin yung Pangasinan, it means yung place. Pangasinense is the people living in Pangasinan. We don't use the term Panggalatok because it's a combination of Pangasinan and Akatok. And when we say the word Akatok, basically ibig sabihin niya is Siraulo.
Okay.
So if you're going to call someone who speak Pangasinan, you just call him Pangasinense. Or I speak Pangasinan. Yung ganun. Pero we don't see the word Panggalatok. Ganun.
Because of that agatok. Pero parang sinabihan mo ata ako nung kailan ng agatok.
Akatok yun, hindi agatok.
Oh, ayan, diba?
Pero ano naman, I'm trying to learn Ilocano language or as a dialect. Tama ba? Dialect. Ayan. I'm really trying my best to learn it. Para naman maintindihan ko rin pag nag-uusap-usap yung mga teachers dito. And I learned several words na katulad ng bukal-bukal ba yun ni Teacher
Neil, yes.
Teacher Neil, at first, ano yung bukal-bukal? Nagtatawanan na silang lahat. Tapos ako, like, walang context clue na pumapasok sa akin. Ano ibig sabihin ng bukal-bukal na yun? Ibig sabihin pala nun is, strangle, or ang tawag sa Filipino?
Sakalin.
Takalin, yun. Kasi sa amin, tikil. Yan. Tikil and taka, parang ganun yung term namin for that. Tapos yung nabangsit, tama ba yun? Nabangsit means... Nabangsit. Ayan, ibig sabihin is like, smelly, ganun. Ayan. Hindi ko alam kung nasagot ko ba yung... Hindi ko alam kung nasagot ko ba yung tanong. Pero I think doon lang ako nag-struggle. Parang yung language barrier na lang ng mga people dito. Pero, yeah, they try to understand my point of view naman. And I understand their point of view. So, yun.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Teacher Na. Teacher Janice, I'm just curious, what was the greatest lesson you've learned so far being a teacher in PSM?
Kasi ako dati, teacher, mainitin ako.
Ano yung mainit? Parang kinabahan naman tayo lahat dun sa mainit. Mainit si Teacher Janice. Ang hot ni Teacher Janice.
Before, teacher. And siguro, God prepared me in a way na ginawa muna niya akong pastor before being a teacher. Kasi sabi ko nga, mainitin yung ulo ko before if there are things na medyo pissed off na ako. Hindi naman ako yung naninigaw kasi never nyo naman akong narinig na nanigaw. Ako yung tipong whenever I am pissed off, mananahimik ako until such time na disperse na yung init ng ulo ko, then I'll start talking again. Yun lang siguro, teacher. And with coping up with others naman siguro, kayang-kaya naman. Pero as I have put on at my bio, doon sa bio ko sa Facebook, sa social media ko, I am a keen and deep person wherein I will be observing first before I will be dealing with you.
O, diba? Ojiva. Kahit si Madam Inuts, mapapa-ojiva. How about Althea? I'm just curious, as a student na nakailang years ka na ulit, Althea, sa PSM?
Ngayon po magto 2 years.
Hatuhan na to. Ang tagal na rin pala. So far, what was the greatest lesson you've learned in PSM?
We can't force ourselves to do things that are beyond our control. Knowing that we did our best is always enough, and no one other than God could validate what you did for yourself to be where you are right now. Kasi as a student po, I know that there are more tough things that I would have to go through. Pero it's very important talaga to take one step at a time and always make room for improvement because there always will be.
Ang saya-saya talaga marinig si Althea pag sumasagot, di ba?
Grabe, pang Miss Universe! Talaga. Wala na akong masay, ate. Parang uwian na.
Uwian na, Jeremy. Mauna na ako, uwi na ako.
Mauna na. Pero talaga naman, with God, talagang everything is possible po. And yeah, Ate Althea, since ikaw then ulit, since transferee ka nga, did you have a hard time adjusting po?
At first, yes. Kasi from having a long break kasi noon, then suddenly, I'm forced to wake up early in the morning just so I can attend class na hindi ko makain, tsaka hindi nag-ayos ng sarili, ganon. And I had a little bit of adjustment when it comes to the set I'm in, which is yung online class. And also the new people I met, because even if it's online, it was like, whoa, new faces, ganon. But that was just on my first few days back when I was in 11th grade. But it's totally different now kasi I get used to it, to the people, the setup, the schedule, ganon.
Yes, Jeremy. Actually, I can attest with that. Talagang si Althea, kasi we have 8 a.m. class, sobrang punctual. Tapos tinatanong ko siya, hindi pa pala siya kumakain. That's how really persevere she is when it comes sa academics niya. So, I'm very proud sa batang yan. And Teacher Nat, I'm just curious about you, based on your answers kasi kanina. Kindly share about a discovery na nalaman mo the moment you entered sa school. About yourself, ano yung na-discover mo?
About myself, na-discover ko about myself is I think I'm capable of handling children. Siguro yun yung na-discover ko. Kasi at first, I thought handling elementary was a big mess. Headaches, kung baga pag sinabi nila, grade 6 yung tinuturuan mo, grade 3 yung tinuturuan mo. Parang sakit naman sa ulo lang. Pero eventually, I've learned na it's just the same. You know, it's just the same handling students from elementary to high school to senior high school. It's just that different approaches lang yung kailangan mong gawin. And I discovered that to myself na I can be versatile pala. I can be this, I can be that. We can all be this, we can all be that. And I think that's the greatest discovery I've ever discovered about myself. Being versatile. Kumbaga, nasa taas, nasa baba.
Ayan, thank you, Teacher Nat. How about you, Teacher Janice? Is there anything else na na-discover mo doon sa past 6 months mong pagtatrabaho in the institution?
Kaya ko palang gumawa pa ng mga bagay kahit na sobrang pagod na. Kasi 'di ba, people tend to take a rest pag pagod na. Pero dahil there are those deadlines, there are those targets and goals that you have to achieve, that you have to finish. So, kaya pa, push pa. So, the lesson that I have learned sa pagiging teacher is that hindi pwedeng limitahan yung sarili mo that hanggang dito lang ako. But you should go beyond those things that you can do so long as kaya pa. Pero pag hindi naman na kaya, take time to rest. Yan yung lagi kong sinasabi. I need to rest kasi marami pang sasabak. Kailangan ko pang sumabak tomorrow. So, I learned on how to prioritize things na kailangan unahin. Yan.
Very nice naman talagang mga answer. Parang pang Miss Universe ang mga sagutan dito. Uwian na talaga yata, Teacher Johnson. Grabe.
Yes, that's correct, Jeremy, no? Pero it's not just how they answer the question, eh. Pero yung substance, alam mo na whenever na bago ka, ito yung na-experience mo. Diba? Ito yung mararamdaman mo, ito yung makakatatakutan mo, but you have to go out on your shit. Kasi nothing will happen if you will always be shy. You will always be in fear na baka magkamali ako or what, di ba? So, I'm very thankful dito sa guest natin. Ang dami kong natututunan so far. But, hindi pa dito natatapos ang segment na ito or itong episode na to, Jeremy.
Ayan, tama nga teacher na sabi nga diba na always grab the opportunity, always take the risk. It's okay to fail po. Ayan, kaya just be yourself. Okay lang yun. Very good yun. Ready na ba kayo dyan?
Kung matalino talaga siya. Okay.
Kasi kung wala yung love mo, you cannot last for that thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey!
Curious.
Without realizing na hindi pa ako nakaka-get over sa past.
Synchronous or asynchronous?
Single and ready to mingle or not ready to mingle?
Take one step at a time. There's no need to rush.